Hello students, welcome to Physics Online class. In this video, we will have a short introduction about your class 8th science textbook and we will try to cover a few topics of physics. Now, starting with the introduction, your class 8th textbook comprises of a total 18 chapters which are divided into physics, chemistry and biology. In physics, there are a total 7 chapters which are the first chapter is Chapter number 11, Force and Pressure. The second chapter is chapter number 12, Friction. The third chapter is chapter number 13, Sound. The fourth chapter is chapter number 14, Chemical Effects of Electric Current. Fifth chapter is chapter number 15, Some Natural Phenomena. Sixth chapter is chapter number 16, Light. And the last chapter is chapter number 17, Stars in the Solar System. So there are a total of 7 chapters that comes under physics. Now starting with our first chapter, which is force and pressure. So what is force? What comes to your mind when you hear this word? Just wait for a second and think. There might be many answers coming to your mind, but before we begin with what exactly is force, let us consider few examples from our everyday observations. So, our first question is, what do you do to make a football move? Yes, you make a football move just by kicking it and the ball rolls over the ground. So you make a football move just by kicking it. Let's consider another example. How does a hockey player changes the direction of a moving ball? Yes, a hockey player changes the direction of a moving ball just by flicking it with the stick. Let's consider another example. What do you do to make a moving ball move faster? Yes, to make a moving ball move faster, you kick the ball from the same direction in which it is already moving. Now consider another example. How does a goalkeeper stop a ball? Yes, a goalkeeper stops a ball just by pushing it from the opposite direction. By applying force from the opposite direction, the goalkeeper stops it. Moving to our next question. How do fielders stop a ball hit by a batsman? Again, in this example also, a fielder stops a ball hit by a batsman by applying force from the opposite direction. Therefore, in all these situations, the ball is either made to move faster or slower or its direction of motion is changed by kicking, pushing, throwing or flicking. Therefore, actions like picking, opening, shutting, kicking, hitting, lifting, stretching, twisting, flicking, pushing, pulling are often used to describe certain tasks. Each of these actions usually results in some kind of change in the motion of an object. Now, the question is, can these terms be replaced with one or more terms? Yes, the answer is force. Force is a push or a pull. For example, this little girl is applying force of pull to take out a bucket filled with water out of the well. So this girl is applying force of pull. Let's take another examples. Force is used when we push or kick a football. Force is used when we lift a box from the floor. Also, force is used when we stretch a rubber band. And force is used when we twist a wet cloth to squeeze out water. Also, force is used when we press the brake pedal of a car. So, the question arises, what exactly is force? So, force can be defined as a push or a pull acting on an object that changes the current state of an object. This will become more clear by these two pictures. Have a look at the first picture. In the first picture, one boy is trying to open the door by applying force of pull. At the same time, the second boy is trying to close the door by applying force of push. Now look at the second picture. In the second picture, one man is applying force of pull to move a heavy box. At the same time, another man is applying force of push to move the same heavy box. So in both these examples, they are applying force of either push or pull, and the current position of the object changes. Now, here is a home assignment for you. Here is a table which gives some examples of familiar situations involving motion of objects. You can add more such situations or replace those given here. Try to identify action involved in each case as a push or a pull and record your observations. One example has been done for you. In the first example, description of the situation is moving a book placed on a table. So, what are the actions involved in moving a book placed on a table? The actions involved are pushing, pulling and lifting. We can make a book move from the table. The actions involved are pushing, pulling and lifting. Action can be grouped as a push, yes, pull, yes. Now there are few more situations that you need to fill. Thank you. See you in the next video.